And here's the way you protect a turret when it's 2-on-1 like this. Hold back enough to where they, you're not just going to feed, because you don't want to feed them in this case. He uses his ult to clear up a little bit here, waits for Rammus to come help. Because really the worst thing you can do in a case like that is die and lose the turret. Rammus is going after Poppy. We'll see if he can 1v. I'm going to say probably not. She's made it to that turret. He's actually going for it though. There goes his ult. He's certainly got her on the run. And she flashes. Up, she might have got too far away from the turret. But she... Meanwhile, I missed the fact that Tryndamere has gone and killed one. And they're looking for the mid gank here. May have overextended at top. Maokai is going to do what his job is here, and that is to tank, probably die, and that is so Kale can get away. Kale should not have come back as soon as Maokai was in like that. Should have got out of there. But notice the rest of the team does come here. It's what you have to do in a situation like this. They again overchase, overextend because the rest of the team shows up and they turn what was a death of one player into killing, what, 3 or 4. We'll leave that at 3. Here comes the Ashe. She really came the wrong direction. Nice splash to the other side of the wall. Not going to help her. Especially since she's away from the turret at this point. Now they're going to get her and the turret. Whenever it's like that, there's 4 of them up. You know you've got 3 players down. All you're going to do is feed and trying to go to the aid in that situation. Looks like we're going to turret dive here. Notice that ult from Xin Zhao is ripping him. He does have to get out of there or that turret's going to get him. We're sitting at 7-0 and 10 now, which is showing this is really working with Xin Zhao. Notice while they're busy, he noticed there's nothing up mid. Maokai's pushing there. He can help Maokai. Not a great turret ripper. He can help Maokai take this turret down in no time. Funny Frost Hero. Not sure that's going to help a whole lot. Zen's going to get a little bit of gold here cleaning up these minions. Always a good thing. You'll notice he's going with a very tanky build. The Aegis of the Legion is going to benefit his whole team, especially in the team fights we're seeing a lot of. You get some movement speed and crit off the Zeal, and then the Frozen Mallets where his health and survivability is really coming from here. And whoops, looks like somebody else already has the dragon. Notice Rammus again does the flash and the taunt. You can tell he's practiced this a little bit. Looks like they got a sure kill on Rammus, right? Not so much. The rest of the team's here. Rammus goes into his little power shell and he can be quite hard to kill. Trends Endless Rage and Xin Zhao is just going to rip them to shreds at this point. There's the kill on Heimer. Take down those turrets. And Ashe, not much chance of getting away here. Rammus, even though he's low health, doesn't mind going in here. He's got a healer, which is going to help a lot. Now they got 4 down, not looking very good. Vlad would be rather pointless for him to stay mid at this point. He would have died with the turret, so he's going to go clean minions up over on the purple's bottoms. And then he's probably going to come back and try and save the next turret. Which, Poppy being up, they're going to have to get out of there. Vlad popping his ult there. However, again, they're going to push a little too far. Poppy does manage to get away, but just barely. And Xin Zhao stealing life back. Get himself ready to go back at it. You gotta hope your Trent out here. The Ashe has the slow on her. Kel might have gotten a little too close there. Stinky Chicken's gonna get the Ashe though. Trendamir, of course, is so good at that. Notice the whole team comes here. They don't go for the tanky people first. Schiff rips down the Heimer, which is one of the ones they have to worry about. And they're going to take the Akali too. Again, we're back to 4 people down. It's what happens whenever you chase too far. The rest of the team, if they're working together, is going to get you. It's not worth it for the 1 kill. And of course, the other team's going to start blaming each other at this point, as unfortunately happens too much. With the other team up, they're going to have to get out of there. That's probably a good idea. They may get this other turret over here before the rest of them come up. Especially with the rate of speed that Rammus can move at, and Xin Zhao having teleport. As always, know when to say when and back off. And never hurts to do a little jungling on your way. Zin's got some damage going on besides tankiness now, since he has that BF sword also. My guess is we'll see that turn into a bloodthirster shortly. They knew they were at Baron at this point, but there's not a whole lot to be done about that. That would have been suicide to have gone in there. Not sure what Rammus is thinking here. I guess he's going to jungle a little bit, but he's been seen, and while he's good, he's not a match for 3 or 4. Even with the Baron buff. You'll notice the Rammus does have Thornmail, and of course whenever he goes down into a shell, that's like a double Thornmail. He's got his ult going. Could have taken 2 of them probably. Third one shows up though, so he does get the kill on Poppy. He's not going to get out of here alive. The rest of his team is coming though. Those turrets do back them off. You notice the Rammus didn't like being killed there, and he gets a little ticked about it. But, you know, that's what happens whenever you overextend and get out by yourself. You can't get mad at the rest of your team for not being there. You've got to pay attention, map awareness to where your team is. They will go ahead and clean up this next turret, though.
Has destroyed a turret.
Xin now does have a Bloodthirster, and it appears he's going to start building some magic resist. The other team is relatively heavy on magic damage. Vlad has got himself in a bad spot there, being on the backside of the flank of the team. That Frost Arrow is probably not going to be enough to make the difference there. Heimer throws down his turrets, which are going to aggro on the other team since he's being attacked, or any champion's being attacked. But at this point, Xin Zhao is dealing massive damage, which is going to go back to him in lifesteal. So is Tryndamere, as we know Tryndamere can do. And as long as they're fighting inside Maokai's ring, it's going to be hard to hurt them. And if Ashe isn't careful here, she's going to get killed and the turret gone. There goes Maokai's ring again. Notice they go after the squishies here. That Heimerdinger needs to die. The Ashe needs to die. Then you take care of the others. With an ace, that's going to be a GG. Tribune judgment has been passed. And as always, someone will try and leave. Too little, too late. Ace.